This story is blowing up for all the wrong reasons. Everyone's been talking about DJ Sumbody's tragic passing, but new developments suggest that the people involved might be far more dangerous and far more connected than we first thought. South Africans were shocked when News 24 revealed that 4 men were recently arrested in connection with DJ Sumbody's case. Among them is Katiso Molefe, a man already known to law enforcement. But what's really set tongues wagging is how all of this might lead back to one very controversial and increasingly feared figure, businessman Cat Matlala. The name Cat Matlala keeps popping up in headlines, sometimes linked to high-profile clubs, sometimes linked to DJ Sumbody himself, and now, disturbingly, to people who may have had knowledge of or involvement in the events surrounding the star's untimely death. But this isn't just about one case. Cat is also facing charges in a completely separate attempted hit, where both he and his romantic partner were arrested for allegedly targeting his ex-girlfriend, who just so happens to be actress and influencer Tebogo Thobejane. Suddenly, all the dots start connecting, and what once looked like unrelated pieces of drama now form a chilling web of influence, silence, and fear. Who was DJ Sumbody and why was he targeted? DJ Sumbody, whose real name is Oba John Sifoka, was more than just a music producer and club owner. He was a larger-than-life personality whose name was attached to luxury, success, and elite circles. He co-owned Ayepyep Lifestyle, a high-end nightclub in Pretoria, and rubbed shoulders with politicians, celebrities, and major players in the entertainment and business scenes. But in 2022 November, South Africa woke up to devastating news. DJ Sumbody had been ambushed while on his way to a gig. He and his driver were declared dead at the scene, and although law enforcement quickly launched an investigation, the case went cold for a long time. Theories spread. Some believed it was a business deal gone wrong. Others pointed to nightclub rivalries, and a few whispered about a growing threat in the entertainment world that nobody wanted to speak about out loud. Now, nearly 3 years later, 4 men have been arrested, and the connections are getting clearer. The 4 arrested men and the Molefe link. In July 2024, News 24 revealed that 4 men had been arrested in relation to DJ Sumbody's case. One of them was Katiso Molefe, whose name had already appeared in relation to underground dealings in Pretoria. Molefe, according to sources, was more than just a random suspect. He was a known associate of Cat Matlala. The arrests come after months of work by detectives, with reports suggesting that at least 2 vehicles were used to tail DJ Sumbody on the night he was ambushed. Investigators tracked down vehicle records, surveillance footage, and digital evidence to piece together who might have been involved. Katiso Molefe's name stood out, not just for what he allegedly did, but for who he was linked to. And that's where Cat Matlala enters the story. Who is Cat Matlala, and why are people afraid of him? Cat Matlala, a Pretoria-based businessman, is not just a controversial figure. He's feared, known for his flashy lifestyle, connections to high-end venues, and appearances alongside celebrities. Cat was once believed to be one of the behind-the-scenes brains and some of Pretoria's most exclusive nightlife ventures. But beneath the surface, his name kept coming up in hushed conversations. In early 2024, Cat and his romantic partner were arrested for allegedly attempting to take the life of his former girlfriend, Tebogo. Tebogo, an actress known for her role on Muvango and her massive social media following, had reportedly been living in fear, even seeking refuge in Dubai before returning home under protection. The fact that Cat was allegedly involved in such a high-stakes incident and that the person targeted was a public figure sent shockwaves through social media. Many began asking, if this is what he's capable of doing to someone he once loved, what else is he capable of? The Tebogo Thobejane attempt, a chilling parallel. The arrest involving Tebogo added a new dimension to the story. According to reports, Cat and his partner were plotting an attack on Tebogo, and law enforcement managed to step in just in time. Tebogo had previously spoken out about feeling unsafe, and her decision to flee the country had sparked concern. But at the time, nobody knew how serious the situation was. Once Cat and his partner were behind bars, people began revisiting older headlines, especially those connected to DJ Sumbody. It didn't take long for people to notice that some of the men arrested in DJ Sumbody's case had clear ties to Cat. In other words, this wasn't just one case. It was a pattern, and a disturbing one at that. What was the real relationship between Cat and DJ Sumbody? This is the part that remains murky, but very suspicious. Cat Matlala and DJ Sumbody repeatedly knew each other. Both were involved in the Pretoria nightlife scene. Both had access to the same elite circles, and both had reputations for being powerful in different ways. DJ Sumbody through music and clubs, Cat through business deals and behind-the-scenes influence. There were even whispers in the industry that the two had fallen out before DJ Sumbody's passing. Some claimed it was over money, others suggested it had to do with turf wars in the club scene. Nothing has been confirmed officially, but now that arrests are being made and names like Katiso Molefe are popping up, the theory that Cat may have played a role directly or indirectly is no longer being dismissed as wild speculation. Ayepyep lifestyle, a club full of secrets. It's impossible to talk about DJ Sumbody without talking about Ayepyep lifestyle. The club, known for its champagne lifestyle and celebrity clientele, was a hotspot in Pretoria and later in Cape Town as well. DJ Sumbody was a co-owner, but after his death, disputes reportedly arose over control of the business. In the months that followed, there were rumors that people close to Cat were trying to claim ownership or access to some of Ayepyep's assets. While no formal charges have been laid around the specific issue, it added to the growing suspicion that DJ Sumbody's death was more than just random. It was about power, influence, and control. The public reacts: shock, speculation, and fear. Social media has been buzzing ever since the 4 arrests were made. While many fans of DJ Sumbody are relieved that there seems to be movement in the case, others are concerned that the full truth might still be hidden. Some feel that those arrested may only be foot soldiers, while the real masterminds remain protected. And then there's the growing fear that anyone who tries to speak out could face consequences. After all, if someone like Tebogo, wealthy, famous, and public, needed to flee the country to feel safe, what does that say about how deep these networks really go? Conclusion: are we finally getting answers or just more questions? The arrest of 4 men, including Katiso Molefe, has finally brought renewed attention to DJ Sumbody's case, but the involvement of dangerous figures like Cat Matlala, the disturbing case involving Tebogo Thobejane, and the links between Pretoria's nightlife and underground dealings raise even more concerns. For many South Africans, this case isn't just about DJ Sumbody anymore. It's about power, silence, and what happens when people believe they are untouchable. With more details coming out and more connections being revealed, the hope is that justice is finally on its way. But in a world where some people still fear speaking the truth, only time will tell if the full story will ever be known.